Minimalism can change your life, especially here in the Philippines. If that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Mark Straight to Philippines. Today, just going to go over a simple video calling it minimalism in the Philippines, and how like the concept or idea of being like a minimalist will help like change your life and make traveling and packing and stuff a lot easier. So let's get started. Alright, so minimalism is like the idea of having as little stuff as possible, like not uh, having a ton of earthly possessions with you, traveling light, that sort of thing. And this is really good in the Philippines, both for when you first move or visiting, but also if you want to travel a lot, as a lot of newer expats or foreigners do. And it's also really good to like relieve a lot of stress. I know back home, like it's so easy to have a lot of junk, and then that gets in your way of your happiness, or you try to buy stuff to make you happy, and that doesn't work. It's just a financial burden. You rack up the credit cards and the debt, and a lot of times it just makes it worse. And you need to find your happiness like outside of things and stuff like that. So to become a minimalist, you have a couple of ways to do that. First, you can always donate your things either to like the Salvation Army or Goodwill or a clothing drive or something like that. And then you can always sell your stuff online. I recommend like eBay or I don't really recommend Amazon as much as I used to. It's harder to sell certain specific things like camera gear and that sort of thing. You have to get license or get permission from Amazon, and it's not as easy as it should be. It got very frustrating. But you can also sell on Facebook Marketplace and Mercury or a couple other apps and stuff, and offer up and that sort of thing. And that's a good way to make some money because you're gonna want a little bit of nest egg when you get here. And just remember, it's important to remember, like, just because you're not packing a lot, you're not bringing a lot of junk with you, doesn't mean you can't find stuff here. You can't buy stuff here. I know, like, a couple of years ago, it was a little bit harder. If electronics, for example, you'd have to pay more for like a 4K TV or something that sort of thing. But now that Amazon ships to the Philippines, you can. It's not as big of a deal to get stuff as it used to be. Like I got my monitor, I got my backdrop, I got my printer. Like, you know, it's made life a lot easier, a lot more convenient that way. So you don't have to pack everything like you used to. On the flip side, you want as little as possible, so that way, if you do travel, or especially like more than temporary, but if you are moving from place to place, uh, you're gonna have to be okay with the idea of leaving some stuff behind. Like, I might pack a couple things or sell some stuff, but like I'm not gonna bring all of this with me if I go somewhere. And like some stuff, like the background, isn't that expensive. I can get that for like $20. But some other stuff, like the printer, I'd have to purchase again, or I have to be willing to let it go. So just be mindful about that. But when you do get here, you want to save a little bit of money for like a nest egg, to like kind of like the nest, and for like the essentials, like your bed, your furniture, that sort of thing. Especially if you're planning on living here, but you can figure that out as time goes too. Just know the more you move, like the less you want. Ideally, you want everything that you can pack in like a book bag and a luggage bag as little as possible, especially if you're going to travel a lot. All right, so what I did when I moved here is I tried to pack as little as possible and sell a lot. And then I pretty much fit everything in just a couple bags. So I put my clothes in my luggage bag, obviously. And then here's my book bag I used for on the plane and everything. Still got that. Oh my, gotta take that off. But yeah, put some essentials and some stuff just in case my luggage got misplaced or lost. And then some travel like items for the plane, like my earbuds and stuff like that. And yeah, that was pretty good. And then yeah, this is my laptop case here. Brought that my laptop. Then my camera bag for my camera and drones and a couple lenses and stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Fit everything in like 3 bags. Yeah, 3 small bags in my luggage. And got on board and changed my life. But there's just something wonderful about minimalism and having like a nice clean house. Just very clean and tidy and easy, and it's very peaceful and relaxing. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of us come here in the first place, right? Is we want like a different change of life. We want that peace and just having that, not having all that clutter, not having all that mess, really does help. And not just having all this junk, like back home I had so much junk. And like it was cool, like a lot of decor and everything. But I feel like that sort of style, well, for one, like times have changed, like styles have changed as far as decorating a home. Like you don't have to fill the whole home or like every little inch of it with knickknacks and stuff. Then like when you die, like someone else has to go through it and get rid of all your stuff for you and sell it or give it away or throw it away. But yeah, like part of the appeal of here is like you have over 1,000 islands, like these beautiful islands, and like you can just travel and go wherever you want. The less the better. So I kind of got my home base here in Cebu and whatever, but my condo here. But like ideally, like I might even sell this or get rid of that and just take my laptop. Like the less the better, and like the easier it'll be to travel, you know. So yeah, I really do recommend it. Like it takes some getting used to. And like some people would be like, "Oh, he's not on the list," because I still have stuff like video games, whatever. But I did downsize, and I changed the way that I collected too, and that was very helpful. So along that lines, I just want to take like a brief minute on like how to downsize, especially like electronics. So a couple different things. One, if you have any sort of like movie or video game or like book collection. So you got a lot of movies. I had like a ton of movies and DVDs and stuff from back in the day. I sold a lot of those, or I donated them to my brothers, or I left them in storage at my parents' house and everything. If I think they might be like worth something one day, or you know, collectors, or just want to have them or whatever. They got like a big attic and everything, so they got lots of storage space. So yeah, I don't need to carry around like hundreds or thousands of DVDs, especially this day and age of streaming. And you can download or buy like digital files for your favorites if you really want to. So that's always an option. And then video games were kind of like along the same lines. Like I used to love having that was one of my goals in life when I was younger, to have like a big video game library. And I did. I had a very big collection. I was able to sell a lot of that and make a lot of money. Retro games are worth a lot these days. So that was pretty cool and helped fund some of this. But on the flip side, like I never really liked digital copies. I always wanted to have something in my hand I could actually own. That's kind of changed recently. Even with physical copies, a lot of times it's just an install disc these days, like on the Switch, the PlayStation, Xbox. So you still don't really own the copy. Like most of it, you have to download online, and they can change it however they want it. You know, patch it or change the game to where it's. They can take the game off the store to where it's not even the same anymore. But with the Switch and with the Steam Deck and stuff like that, I really come to appreciate having digital copies a lot more. Like with my Nintendo Switch, I could have like over 100 games right there just on the Switch, and then um, actually I got it right here. So right here, just bring this on the bus or the jeepney or whatever, and more of a longer bus ride, like a short flight or something. But yeah, I have 100 games. I don't have to carry around a ton of cartridges or like lose like the Game Boy cartridges or a bunch of CDs or whatever. Like, I don't have to deal with that, and that's pretty cool. And then along the same lines, like maybe invest in like a cheap Kindle. Like if you like to read, if you got a ton of books. I had hundreds of books, maybe closer to 1,000 after a lot of books. So some of those were donated to me, but I had a ton of books. And then, like at first, I thought it was cool. Like make my own office and stuff. If I had a house back home in the States, I'd probably do that. But they're just in storage now. I did sell a bunch too, but with the Kindle, you can download hundreds or thousands of books all you want, and kind of like go the same lines of the Switch, or having your music online or your TV shows online. Like, it's just so easy to be portable. It doesn't have to be a Kindle. You could do it on like an iPad or something, or iPad Mini or Air, and get like the same effect. But yeah, like that's a great way to downsize and to travel and be a minimalist. And if you like, and I know there is like a certain enjoyment to like feeling a book and like the texture and turning a page and stuff. But when you're on the bus for hours or you're stuck in traffic for hours, sometimes it's really nice just to have an electronic copy there and be able to just pick up and read whatever you want. So yeah, I definitely recommend that too. So that's it for today. Just a short, sweet video about minimalism and how it can change your life, especially here in the Philippines if you want to travel and everything. Like, it's really benefited me a lot. I know some people might even say like I'm not a minimalist. I still have all this stuff since bought and purchased since I got here, but I definitely downsized a lot since the States, and it's really helped me focus more like on relationships and like my health and hobbies and traveling, and it's enabled me a lot of things, and just selling and letting go of a lot of stuff. The money was nice, and then the peace of mind that comes from like self-fulfillment. You want to be fulfilled by yourself and your life and your friends and your family and your hobbies and your job, like that sort of thing, instead of from stuff. And so that's always good too. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what you think about minimalism. Have you tried it? Have you looked into it? Is that something you consider, especially if you're moving here? Yeah, let me know what you think. That's it for today. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you liked it. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. I'll see you next time. God bless. Peace.